Hey everyone, today's video is going to be about the 40-hour 7-day language challenge. Now this challenge was started, I believe, by Language Come Up and Seabold Speaks. But what I'm doing today is a challenge hosted by a very talented YouTuber by the name of Joanne Languages on YouTube and Joanne Reads on Instagram, who you should definitely go subscribe to or follow if you don't already. She's hosting a version of the challenge over next week from the 1st to the 7th of May, and there's a video on her YouTube channel that I'll link to that explains it more fully. And she also has some templates in an Instagram highlight to use. I'm also going to be posting about my experience on Instagram, so follow my account, Polyonaut, for daily updates on the challenge. I know I'm not very active on Instagram, I'm not a big fan of social media in general, but here I'll try to make an effort. So the challenge itself is quite self-explanatory. Basically, you're aiming to do 40 hours of language learning in 7 days. This comes out to about 6 hours a day, but you can spread the hours out in any way you want. And language learning can mean anything really. It doesn't all have to be active learning. It can be something like listening to a podcast or watching a movie if you want. 40 hours is a lot of time in 1 week, especially for people with full-time jobs or in full-time education or who have other responsibilities. And that's why the challenge is flexible to accommodate to everyone who wants to participate. Right now I'm in uni and I have finished my exams and I'm in my holidays, so I have a whole week to study just as much as possible, and I want to do a lot more active learning, which I haven't done for a while. But if you don't have the time or the energy, you can obviously do passive learning, or you can even just do however much you can. It doesn't necessarily have to be 40 hours of language learning over the 7 days. I mean, even just 1 hour is better than nothing, so whatever you can do is good enough. Now, I'm not good at planning at all, especially on a daily basis, so it's very likely that I won't follow through with the plan that I'm going to tell you right now, and the plan itself is not very precise, but I'll let you know during the week on my Instagram and in update videos what exactly I've been doing. I don't yet know how many videos I'll make over the week, probably 1 or 2 study videos and then a summary at the end, but we'll see. On to the challenge. I made a list of things that I could do during the week on Notion, and I think I'm just going to pick something whenever I feel like it. You can see here that I've got 2 separate lists, one for French and one for Japanese, and I basically just listed every resource that I have for languages, all of the ones that I could think of at the time. If I think of anything else during the week, my plans can and probably will change. You can see that I've listed all of my textbooks and then just all of the websites and different sites and different activities that I can do. I've got Memrise here, I've got just reading the news, watching a documentary. These are just ideas of things to do during the week. And for Japanese, I've got my books, but then also just test kanji and read news and song transcription, which are just activities to do. I'm being super flexible because this is my first time doing a challenge like this, and it's my first time studying this much as well. So I don't know how well I can do it or what exactly I want to do. I don't know what my energy levels are going to be like, so I want to be really flexible with what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus mostly on French, but I'll also try to get a bit of Japanese in too. I'm not going to count things like listening to music and watching movies as language learning, but if I'm doing something with the song, like translating or transcribing it, that will count as learning time. Since I'm going to be forcing myself to sit down and study every day, I want to do the things that I usually avoid, like writing and speaking, but I don't know if I'm going to practice that this week. I am going to use my textbooks a lot more, which is something I have sort of not been doing for the past month. Basically just all of the things that I've been feeling too lazy to do, I'm going to try and force myself to do them now. And the reason I don't like to do them is because they take a lot of time. So now that I've got a lot of dedicated time just for language learning, it's going to be a lot easier to force myself to do them. I'm going to use Toggl to track the time that I spend language learning. I don't usually time my studies, so this is going to be interesting. And this app, I've used it before, but never really for language learning. And I find it's quite useful. You can split your time into projects, and I'm going to create a project for French and a project for Japanese, and then I'm going to list all of the activities that I do. So I'm able to track, the time I spend on Japanese, the time I spend on French, but also what exactly I was doing within each language. On Notion, I've got a basic bare bones plan of what I'm going to do over the week. It really isn't that much, but it's basically just bigger activities that I kind of have to schedule in. I've put them in first, and I might add to this as the week goes on, but as for now, there's basically nothing on it. You can see that on Monday, I've got watch a documentary and write a summary, and that's because it's quite a big task, so I want to put it in as an actual scheduled event. and you can see it's there on Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday as well. And I've also got a revise for the production écrite, and then on Tuesday I'm going to do it. So that's just basically going to be using my textbooks, and then on Tuesday I'm going to actually try writing out a proper exercise. And I've got that on Tuesday and Saturday because again that's a bit more intensive and it needs to sort of be scheduled in, otherwise I literally won't do it. But for the rest of it, it's just going to be whatever I feel like on that day. And I'll probably tell you on Instagram in the morning, I might not, but I'll definitely give a recap at the end of the day of what I've done. Of course, there are things like writing a journal entry or reading the news that are going to be done every single day regardless, so they don't need to be really planned in because they're things that I already do every day. The entry that I've got down on Sunday is the Japanese journal entry because my French journal I use every single day. It's a very basic plan. I haven't really had much time to think about it because this week I had some very important exams and I've been revising for them and they've just ended. So my brain is kind of mush and I haven't really had much time to plan. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you're joining in with this challenge in the comments down below, and make sure to check out Jo Renee on Instagram and YouTube, and also Language Come Up and Seabolt Speaks on YouTube as well. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.